Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about the first chapter of class 12, that is the last lesson. Just see the irony, on the first day when we are going to discuss about the first chapter, the name of the chapter is the last lesson. We will be discussing here about a brief summary about the chapter, जिसके बारे में थोड़ी सी समरी जाएगी जो कि आपको समझने के लिए काफ़ी फ़ायदेमंद होगा. Now coming to the chapter, before coming to the chapter, let us discuss about the author. Now here we see the last lesson, Fleming. It is from the book Flemingo, and it is written by Alphonse Daudet. He was born in 1842 and death was in 1897. Now just discuss something about the author. Alphonse Daudet was a great novelist and a short story writer. Alphonse Daudet was born in Nimes, France. The father, Vincent Daudet, was a silk manufacturer. The last lesson is set in the days of the Franco-Prussian War 1870 to 71, in which France was defeated by Prussia led by Bismarck. Now Prussia then consisted what new are the nations of Germany, Poland and parts of Austria. In this story, the French district of Alsace and Lorraine have passed into the Prussians' hand. Now look, there was a war between this, and the war was the Franco-Prussian War, in which the district of French, that is Alsace and Lorraine, has been given on the handed over to the Germans. And in this chapter, the last lesson, it is basically we can say about the love towards a language, how a language plays a very important role in our life, our mother tongue, and we can see the importance only when we just get to know the importance of something until we just make it goes with from our hand. Now here, before running to the chapter, here is the background of the lesson. Now look at here, Franco-German War, also called Franco-Prussian War, July 19, 1870, May 10 to 1871 war, in which a coalition of German states led by Prussia defeated the France. The war marked the end of French hegemony and continental Europe and resulted in the creation of a unified Germany. There was a war, and how the German has taken over the district of the French, and what had happened, they have been imposed their own, they have to forget their own language. The France has to forget their own language, that is the French language, and they have to overcome with the German language. And here we will be knowing about the importance, how a language plays a key role. Just look. Now Franco-Prussian War, you can see the image here, how it has been depicted here so beautifully. Just here, a scene depicting the Franco-Prussian War field. Now here it is a war memorial France, where the people from whoever have death is just their names have been given over here. Now coming to this part, just we will see the map where this Alsace and Lorraine districts are being kept. Now in the last lesson, the author Alphonse Daudet narrates event about the year 1871 when France was captured by Bismarck led Prussian forces. Furthermore, the Lorraine and Alsace district went under Prussian rule. There was a discontinuation of the teaching French in the two districts. Now here is the whole story revolves around it. What had happened the last lesson, that what had happened, this German has imposed their own language, and the French has to be taught only for that last day, and that is all where the whole process has been discussed in this chapter. Just you can see the Alsace and Lorraine, this district, which is where it is located. It is located in France. Just you can see. Now the last lesson. Now coming to this chapter, the last lesson. The narrator of this story by a French boy, France, and he is also the protagonist of this chapter, where the whole story revolves around him. Now, however, in spite of his laziness, Franz likes to play and is of a sensitive nature. Furthermore, Franz hates his teacher, Mr. Hamel, in his school and has no interest in studying French. Now look, a boy which is so much, doesn't want to learn French, how come in just a single day his all mindset has changed? Only just when he got to know that this is going to be his last lesson, and automatically what happens, his love towards his language is started getting more and more. We'll be seeing further. What happens, Franz, our narrator, was not in the mood to attend the school that day. Rather, he was arranged attracted by a various thing, that is drilling soldiers, birds, swimming, sawmill, etc. Now look, when but the story begins when the France started going to the school, but what happens, just like each and every one of us don't want to go to school, we are being distracted by a lot of things. No children want to go to school to